haven't bothered to straighten my hair today because I'm just that rebellious. Yeah. I honestly hate being sick so much. It is horrible in winter. But it's kind of weird because I'm always sick during the summer. That's the only time I actually really get sick. But I think I got germs in school. Ugh, I feel horrible. Oh, is it raining? I got my art project back yesterday. Like for the junior cert in Ireland, we have a junior certificate that happens every year for third years, and I honestly think I deserved a much better grade than what I got. Like, uh, it's just so confusing because it's just unfair. Right, so if my examiner that just so happened to have examined my project is watching this, I don't think he really understood. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at it right now. I don't think he really understood what my entire project was about because I'm pretty sure you're not during the exam. Not originality isn't much to come across. So I think I'm going to show you all the pictures and I'm going to explain them one by one. So I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my tongue. So you can understand what it was about and possibly have given me, or I don't know, reconsider your grade choice that you gave me, okay? Right, well, I have it here. That's the envelope. Envelope. I said it right! Envelope! Sorry about that. Okay, I'll get back to the point. This was the envelope that I had to send my project off in. See? And it's red for higher level. So I did higher level, and here it says examined. Sorry. Here it says examined. And my entire project is in here. My entire project. So basically, we had to choose themes for it. And okay, I'll get to the point of that. But this is basically my entire project here. Now, where can I put it? Now, the theme I chose, we're given several, but I always like to think outside the box, and I probably have to move this a bit further so you can kind of see what I'm doing around here. Okay. And some of them were on nature or foods or something like that, but one that kind of grasped my attention was a helping hand, or is that a helping hand? Yeah, a helping hand. And usually there's a lot of things that can go with that, but I chose something that kind of needs a lot of help nowadays, like to raise awareness. So basically, oh god, it's all scrolled in. Sorry. A helping hand. See, and those were all my options. If you can kind of see that, all my options I chose for it. And if you can kind of see, it's all about forensics and, you know, to do with helping people and all that. If you can see it and everything like that. So that was my mind map for it. My poster, I chose to do it on pathology because I was a weird child. I wanted to be a pathologist, and if you don't know what a pathologist is, that is someone that works in the morgue, dissects bodies to try and find out how they died. And that's basically what I wanted to do since I was in first year until third year. And then I kind of reconsidered because I'm now really squeamish. And yeah, that's my poster. You can see it. Sorry, I'm very awkward when it comes to this thing. Okay. And pathology, the finding of deaths and fuck. Sorry about that. I just suddenly couldn't read my own writing and I kind of ended up tripping over my own tongue. It says pathology, the finding of deaths and uncertain explanations, which I think is fair enough. See? If you can see it. Okay, now I have an eye, a heart, and a hand, and teardrops on it. So obviously, if you couldn't understand that, well, I'll do it. Here's a smaller version of it, so you can kind of see it better. If you can see it at all, but the drawings are more easier to see. Okay, the hand. Firstly, I didn't include the butterfly because I thought that would just be like too much and you wouldn't be able to make sense. See? Now, basically what this one means, it's like trying to get over something. Like, you lose a loved one. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to cope. It's like losing a part of you, and butterflies kind of just, they represent freedom, but you can't catch them. Not easily, and it's kind of like a sign of trying to catch what's already gone. But you can never catch it back again because it's gone, you know? Then there's a heart, so the heart, which represents life, you know, probably love, but obviously I don't have it drawn in that cheesy little way, so it only means one thing. Now, most complicated part, I think, would be the eye, and the eye. If you can see the eye? Yeah. Now, I had to explain this to a lot of people because they did not understand it, and they'd be looking at it just like, what's wrong with your eye? Your eye is really weird. I'm like, okay, you obviously cannot see through it. Those two are a part, like, okay, the butterfly and the heart. Those two are representing loss. The heart represents life. The hand and the butterfly represents loss and death. The eye represents suicide. If you can look at it, the pupil is a person hanging. Okay, that's what it is, a person hanging. The eye represents the witness. As you can see, the eye with the pupil is done in a way like that, and crying, confusion, so many meanings. I mean, you look into that eye, you just think, oh, it's just a drawing. Not a very good drawing, it's a drawing. You kind of have to look beyond that. That's what art is. But obviously the examiner didn't see that. And then there's just a rough sketch of a hand that I did with a pen. Now, we had to do a 3D piece, and I chose clay because it's easier, and I did the hand. It's just kind of like that. But the thing is, it got broken, and I'm not very impressed with that. So let me just quickly try and get it into a right position. So, okay, I have it here now, and it's more of the middle finger that kind of fell off, and the paint is like all chipped off now. But I'll try my best to explain it. As you can see, shit. Hand. That's my hand that I did. And I don't know why I chose to do the hand instead of, like, I don't know, doing the eye or something like that. But I just thought the hand would just be easier. I mean, like, you could have it holding something. Just, I tried my best to define the wrinkles, if you can see it. Like, age, something like that. Maybe, honestly, I'm confused now too, but it just seemed appropriate to do it, so I chose to do it. And my final pieces, which we had to do on the exam day for the drawing exam, well, we had to draw a person. Like, we got models, and like not gorgeous Gucci models, though, but I mean like students. So that's the student I had to draw. And then we had to bring in objects and draw them. And I chose something that's on my mantelpiece from my dad's shrine, and I chose a little skull, a watch, and a rose. And I didn't have time to finish the table, but I got those three done. Now, before I show it to you, We were only allowed to bring in one, but I went up to the teacher and asked if I could bring in three to represent one thing. And she goes, yeah, 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 okay, okay. So the skull represents death, gone. The watch, time. And the flower, beauty. So the skull, the watch, and the rose. Now it's all on a table, but unfortunately I didn't have enough time to finish the table. So that's it. That's my project. And if you want to know what I got on it, yes, I'm holding the finger. Sorry, I don't know why. If you want to know what my result was, I got a D, which means I just passed. Now, I don't know what your opinions are going to be on it, but I honestly think that was a really bad result. And it did not represent the effort that I put into it. So if you agree, you agree. If you don't, well, I'm sorry, but you just obviously did not understand this then. So whatever, I tried. That's what I got. Whatever. Oh yeah, and I just remembered why I did the hand. Obviously, I just couldn't at first, but I had to have a look at it, and then I remembered what. The lifelines. You know those lines you have in your hand? That's why. Lifelines. Obviously, everybody's is different. Like, not that kind of voodoo, read your future or something like that. Just something to do with that. Age. The older you get, the more defined they become. The longer they become, the more, you know. That's the reason why I chose it. And, well, whatever. I just hope this made sense to you. I tried to explain it, but if it doesn't make sense, well, yeah.